Hello, Leo. It's time for your weekly reading. It's a little noisy outside and I have my window open, so I'm hoping it doesn't get too crazy out there. It is getting kind of late, so hopefully it'll be okay. This is your weekly reading for June 22nd to the 30th, 2021. I like to use double decks. If you know me, you know that. I like to use as many cards as possible. I'm not quite sure why. It just seems more exciting. And when things come up with more than one card, it seems like the cards are really trying to tell us something a little bit more strongly than usually. And so it's a good way to really give a chance to things come out stronger than they normally do, which I love. Anyway, this is going to be a good reading. I just feel it. Oh, interesting one. It's already interesting. Ooh. It is an interesting reading. Lots of elements here. Just got him in the last one. Huh. Okay, this is a good reading. This is pretty interesting. So, my darling fiery Leo, let's see what we've got here. So, we've got the King of Pentacles. This is a Cancer, or not Cancer. This is a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, an earth sign, and a very strong person. If this is your person, this is a very good person. Very strong, a planner, somebody who gets the job done, very financially savvy, somebody who is into the body. Earth signs tend to be sort of into the body, and they're like a little bit more into health. I'm not saying it's always good. Like, say, a Capricorn man, for example, or a Taurus or a Virgo, will get more testing done than the typical guy would ever want to get done. They just are into the body, and they like to, take care of it in whatever fashion they know to do that. Sometimes they're people who are very careful about their diet. Sometimes they're a little bit on the hypochondriac side. It's, a little bit body obsessed. Not always. Sometimes it's more of a normal feature, but sometimes they go a little over the top with it. So that's this guy. He's kind of at the peak of his game, or at the top of his profession, usually. It's a good card. It's a solid card. There's stability here. There's planning. There's thought. This person is probably quite intelligent. Then you have this so before we dive into the Knight of Pentacles, which, has many similarities, this comes up right next to the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a card of unity, a card of a very, very special relationship. The kind of relationship that is really beautiful and connected, and there's a lot of mutual respect. It's a fantastic relationship. So if you happen to have an earth sign as a partner, my darling Leo, you're a fire sign. I have an earth sign as a boyfriend currently, and he is quite something. He's a challenge. I know I'm a challenge for him. I mean, earth signs and fire signs are very different, but they can also feed each other's fire. They really can. So, I'm going to guess this is your potential partner. Maybe it's somebody you're going to just meet this week, or maybe it's somebody you've been with for years and years. It is also next to the Hierophant, which is a card about societal things, milestones in life. It can be a baptism or a birth. It can be a retirement, anything that has a ceremony, the sacraments in the Catholic Church, confirmation, a wedding. And I'm going to say that because you've got the Hierophant, the card, the Two of Cups, which is so loving and so caring, and your king all together, I'm going to say there's a potential marriage partner here. If you're female, for sure. If you're male, this king can be a woman, but it's less likely. I mean, traditionally, it's a male. I mean, male and female are somewhat interchangeable in the cards. So if it's a very strong woman who's very typically earth sign, you know, with all of that energy and personality, then I'm going to say perhaps, probably at least 35 and up, you know, kind of accomplished and very stoic and not the fastest mover in the world, but very thorough and stable and solid. So we've got all of this, okay, which seems like a love relationship. And then we've got this, which is laying foundations. It can be a card of a tradesman or a tradeswoman, but it can also mean, you know, skilled labor. Somebody's hiring somebody to do something that requires great skill, can mean that. But it also can mean laying foundations of something. And again, with the Pentacles, you see. So it could be laying the foundations of, you know, usually it's something that's an investment over time. It can mean, you know, buying a home or doing something else that's a financial investment. But when we're talking marriage, we're investing in a person who we expect to be with us to the end. So that almost supports the whole marriage idea here for me. And we've got justice. So I don't know what your love life has been like, but if you feel that you have been sort of, you know, not always had the love life you kind of deserve because you're exuberant and you're fun and you give it all and all those good things, and you feel like you haven't necessarily gotten that yet, perhaps, excuse me, perhaps your justice is this person. But just to complicate life, we also have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is another guy who could be your person. And this guy is very passionate. Very, very passionate. Now, he can also represent love and passion, you know, as an entity. He could be a facet of your personality. He could be a facet of the King of Pentacles personality. So just, that complicates things a bit. But if it is a real person, it's somebody greatly passionate, runs a great kingdom, is into his home, his family, probably runs his business with amazing passion, does almost anything and everything with passion. I mean, he's passion personified, basically, which is a very exciting person. They're usually charming. They're usually able to talk about their feelings more than the regular person, in a way that's, you know, very exuberant. Their language can sometimes be a little on the poetic side, basically. They're very good at drawing people in with this passionate concept. They get excited about what they're talking about, and that draws people in. So they're a little hard to resist. So you will, if you can remember these cards and, you know, the basic meanings, as you go through your week, you'll see who these people are if you don't already know. Then we've got our Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight is younger than the King typically. He's at the prime of life. Now, I know I said 35 and up, but this guy could be, I'm going to say 25 to 45. So, I mean, there's some crossover there. It's not an exact thing. And there are exceptions to everything, because sometimes one person is more youthful than the other. And the Knight, even though I'm calling him a male, because typically this figure is a male, it can also be a female. Okay? So, depending on what you're looking for, this person is, if you've seen the cards of any of the other Knights, they have different stances. This one is slow moving. This one is stopped. He's planning. He's plotting. Plotting. He is thinking, and he's also plotting. Plodding, because he does not move super fast. But he doesn't move that quickly because he's thinking out his every move. There's strategy with this guy. He is thinking about everything. How he's going to do this. When he's going to do that. So these two, both Pentacles, both can be people. both can be potential love interests. They don't have to be love interests. I just said this one because, well, I mean, not just because, but this one is right next to the Two of Cups, and so that might be the way that plays out. But these could be your kids. You know, that's something you're passionate about. This doesn't have to only mean love. These could be your children. They could be your nephews, your best friends. You know, they could be any people in your life. So I'm just throwing it out there. This could be a business partner, because this Two of Cups does not have to mean lovers only. It can definitely mean a friend, a business partner, a sibling. It can mean any really specially connected relationship. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man sometimes represents sacrifice. You know, this work that you do, this work, and let's go to this pentacle now, which is all about the skilled laborer. Somebody is working hard. Regardless of what you're doing, you've got skills, you're putting them to the test, you're learning new knowledge, you're building a future, you're building a portfolio, you're adding and working and, you know, putting in the hours and the time to get to where you need to go or where you want to go. And that is a good thing. I mean, this is very positive. So you've got this one, this one, this one. How many pentacles? 4 pentacles. So health and wealth, you're trying to strive toward building that. So that's a good thing. And like I say, these two could be people that you know or that you will know. And then you've got your King of Cups. Could just be meaning passion, but could also be a person again. And the luck card here, the Wheel of Fortune, you're going to have some kind of luck come in. That's exciting. And in addition to meaning sacrifice, this one can also mean, you know, you're going within. You're looking to find the wisdom in yourself. You're taking time out. You're going to, you know, come to some conclusions. You're going to figure out some stuff. There's a lot going on here. But this reading is quite beautiful and very, very positive. Like, whether these are, you know, whether this is a love relationship or whether it's a concept or a person, it's extremely positive. There is some good stuff going on and really solid stuff. This isn't just some flighty reading. So, Leo, you are a fiery being and a fantastic being. And I think if you concentrate on some of what has come up here, you will see it play out in a very good way. And of course, you influence that. And you're amazing. So go forth and have a fantastic week. And I think this summer is going to hold some really terrific things for you. And I'd love to hear about it. So my email is below if you'd like to let me know what's what. And I hope to talk to you soon.